Hey guys, so today my job is I'm going to try and finish the rest of this wall. What I've done is I've gone and got some 3mm ply cut to size to put up, so we just cut it at 24 centimeters. I've also gone to Bunnings and bought, it's just a piece of trim, but the trim's got like a little lip on it. And what our plan is to get the 3mm ply, pop it up underneath this floorboard, into this lip here, attach this via some metal screws which I've got as well. We're just going to use short little 20mm ones, and then hopefully that means that we can remove the 3mm ply if we need to, so that we can access any wiring that's underneath. So the 3mm we're hoping won't actually be attached, and it will just be able to slide out. So I don't know if it's going to work. If it doesn't work, we're going to try and work out another way of attaching the 3mm ply, but we'll just see how it goes, I guess. So because this is only thin, I'm going to try and pre-drill the holes so that hopefully we don't have any issues with it splitting. So I've just put one screw in the other end. I'm feeling positive. I think it's going to work. I'm just going to get this cord up out the way. Stay. Look. So now, which piece? I'm just going to see if I can slide this in. So I've just loosened the screws on the roofing so that I can hopefully just slide that in. Definitely I'm going to need to do one piece at a time and slowly, I think. But I think it will work. I'm feeling good. So I've done the 3mm plies on the wall, plywood on the wall. I am exhausted. It is hot, but I am itchy from the insulation, but I am so glad that it is done. As you can see, still got that little bit up there at the front over the door. It sort of comes out a little bit, so we've got to work out what we're doing with the door first before we can put any there. But other than that, it works really well, so I'm happy. So, cheers.
Hey everyone, today we are going to install the ply top for our bed. We're going to bog the holes in the roof and hopefully stain it. And I'm going to put the electrical box and the batteries under the bed. So for our plywood top, we just got 12mm ply cut into two separate pieces. So we've got this small, nearly died. We've got this smaller piece that's curved for the shape of the bus that is going to be fixed. Then we have a longer piece that I can't really lift up that is going to attach to this piece with hinges and lift up with a gas lift piece. It does contact this about here, so we're going to have to sort of notch some out so that it will lift a bit higher, otherwise it's fairly pointless. But we think that should work. Yeah, and Claire's been puttying the roof. Do you want to show what you've been using?
So I've just been using Timbermate wood filler. All I've done is fill the holes, and I'm just starting to sand it now. I'm just using a rough 40 grit sandpaper to get the bulk of it off, and then I'm going to go over it with a fine 120 grit sandpaper. That way it looks nice. That's it prior to any sanding.
so we got our battery and electrical installed under our bed. For those of you who don't follow us on Facebook, we got a full board made up by a solar installer, Langshaw Electrical in Queensland. We just sort of asked for some advice with the setup that we had, and yeah, he helped us out and put it all together for us. So we've just installed that. We didn't plan properly when we built the bed, so it didn't fit very well. So we've had to prop it up on this 35 by 70 so that it sits on part of the bed support, but it's in. And then we've just installed the battery next to it, and I've just surrounded it in 35 by 70. We didn't build a box for the battery. Some batteries you do need to, so you should look whether you do or don't. Because we have lithium ones, it doesn't look like you have to. I think it's just like the lead ones, because when they discharge, they release poisonous fumes. But yeah, lithium LiFePO 4 ones look fine. So we've just finished sanding all of the roof. We used a coarse sand first and went over all of the bog stuff, and then we used a fine sander to go over the whole lot, just to sort of get it all a bit uniform. It was a lot harder than we expected. Claire was probably a little bit liberal with the bog, thinking it would just be easy to remove, but it wasn't. So definitely be sparing and accurate with it. So now we're just going to stain the roof. So we have this Cabots water-based stain and varnish. We went with a walnut colour, hoping it'll be sort of similar to our bench top. So we're going to give that a coat now and go from there. So we've just done the first coat of the stain. It says to them wait 2 hours, sand it with 140?
240? 180 to 240.
Sorry?
180 to 240.
180 to 240 grit sandpaper, and then put another coat on. We also read the instructions, and it says to putty in the holes after you do the first coat. Where we've puttied in, the stain definitely hasn't sort of sunk in as well as the wood. And I mean, it also recommends to use its own brand of putty, whether that's just because it's trying to sell you its own brand or not. Who knows? But Claire's just filling in some more of the gaps now with it. So we'll see if it looks any better.
It's for colour matching purposes.
Colour matching purposes. Yeah, and we're hoping after the second coat, those bits that we did putty look better. But yeah, at the moment, it's not too bad. Alright, we're just going to install these gate hinges on the plywood so that it can lift up. Alright, so we're just putting some gas lifts onto the bed so we can lift it up. So we just have these brackets. One goes under the support like this that the bottom attaches to, and then the other one just goes on these pieces of wood that we've attached to the plywood, just so they don't fall out. So they're 100 Newton meters. 100 newtons? I don't know what the N stands for. It's newtons or newton meters or something, which effectively equates to 10 kilos. So we've got 2 of them.
So the last thing we have to do to make our bed ready to put a mattress on is what are we doing? Drilling some holes into it. So you've got to put holes into it so that the air can flow under the mattress, otherwise you get like mold problems and all that sort of thing. So we're not really sure how many or how little holes to do, so we're just going to sort of wing it. We're doing 29mm holes. We had to replace the gas struts that we installed in this video with stronger ones. The 100 NM ones could barely hold up the plywood, let alone with anything on it. So I believe we replaced them with two 250s, and we've also changed the angle. So when we first put these on, we tried to sort of mount them in the same spot, and it just didn't work because it was too directly up and down. So this is, let's see if I can get my arm back far enough to show you the exact angle. That's it there. So we had to install a new piece of wood just to put it on. But yeah, they work really well now. They hold what they need to. We may have already tested the mattress on top of it, and it does hold the mattress, lifts up and folds down, so works pretty good. Alright, so that's our bed and roof.
Finally.
Bed built, finally, and roof stained. It's only taken like 6 days to get all of that done, and we've done other bits and pieces
While we've been going.
will be in a different video. We've sort of been filming 2 videos
At
alongside each other. Hopefully I can edit it all. It just all looks seamless other than random things popping up here and there.
Just ignore the kitchen. It'll be the next one.
And the white walls.
Or are the walls going with this one?
Not this one.
The next one.
Next one.
These walls are not white.
No.
Yeah.
Still
Brown.
plywood. But yeah, so we should be good to put a mattress in now. It probably won't happen for another couple
Almost.
of...
We've got to paint.
Yeah, it won't happen for another couple of weeks because we want to paint and stuff first so that we don't ruin the mattress. But
And then it's ready to go in.
As far as the bed's concerned, it's done. So next week we building some kitchen cabinets that we got made, painting the walls, and then we'll see what else we end up getting done.
Start trying to put some of our walls up and actually secure it into place.
So if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share, and until next time.
See ya. Why do I keep breaking drum cases? So cranky. I saw a 3-pack there and I'm like, no, I won't need 3. I'm not going to break another one.